Klitgaard and MacLean still faced the question how to reform the corruption-ridden bureaucracy. Deciding that commonly used approaches, such as ethics education programs, would not be effective, the reformers chose an entirely different strategy, based on incentives for the employees. Except for cases of severe corruption, the incentives were positive rather than punitive. They involved improving working conditions and salaries. Most importantly, MacLean and Klitgaard actively involved employees in a participatory diagnosis process. In group sessions, they would analyze corrupt practices at City Hall and propose ways to correct them. Klitgaard met with as many employees as possible to find out what was going on in terms of corruption.
Yeah, well, one day I was looking for Professor Klitgaard, and it was about noon, and I was told he was having lunch with the secretaries. My first reaction was say, well, I didn't ask him to come that far from the United States to help us to go out with the secretaries. I was joking. And then when he came back, he was telling me what he had found out. I say, and who told you all this? And he said, why the secretaries are called secretaries? And I said, I don't know. And he said to me, because they keep the secrets. And in fact, they were the ones who really had seen much of the corruption. They knew how it operated, and they were enlightening us to understand the process. And them, plus other employees, of course, were critical to understand the problem.
The participatory process gave the employees ownership.
If you ask, how do you reach people who matter, to talk to them and get their help in fighting corruption or doing anything else? The answer is to meet with them. And so we met, the mayor met, I met, others met with groups of citizens, with business people, with groups of very poor citizens in their barrios. They met with city employees who were presumably involved in corrupt cabals. And because the idea was to fight corrupt systems and not do a witch hunt, people would tell you, even people involved in corrupt schemes will tell you how a corrupt system works. If you ask them, tell me about monopoly plus discretion minus accountability, they will talk. If you ask them, tell me who's dishonest, they won't talk. So that was a secret of getting people to buy in and help, was to in effect have conversations with them which focused on systems and not bad people.
By the end of the participatory diagnosis process, Klitgaard and MacLean not only knew how corruption was working in City Hall, they also had the employees at their side.